Happy New Year, y'all. Okay, I'm here studying my Bible, and I'm going back over Samuel because my brother-in-law we were talking about we were talking about the Bible, and he mentioned like Samuel's sons, and I was like, Samuel had sons. Like I just did not recall that detail. Did not stick right, but I actually had recently started like restudying Samuel, so I was. And I didn't get to the part about sons. So I was like, wait a second, what? So I've been in here studying. And what I just got to was like I couldn't remember why exactly like Saul was like why his kingship was like taken away, like why his anointing was taken away for being king. Like I knew that he was a hater with David, and I knew that he was supposed to like kill everything and he didn't. And it was one other thing that I was like, I remember he did that. Well, actually, no, I think that might have been it. Like, so the thing about like Samuel supposed to be being at something, and then Saul like decided to like go forward with it before Samuel got there. Like that is new information to me. But what really stuck with me is like I know people have been having that conversation last month about like whether you would choose money or the 10 minutes with Jesus, which is crazy because like believers are actually saying that like you talk to God all the time. I talk to God all the time. I'm going to take the $1 trillion and then I'm going to donate it and use it for the kingdom. When God said to not choose any idols over him, when God said that money was the root of all evil, when one, if you talk to God all the time, then you should know that he is not cool with you taking anything over him. Even with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they could have bowed to that statue and to in their hearts know that they still believed in God and that they were just doing it like to get along because like they could have had a calling and wanted to like go and make sure they were alive to be able to do that. No, no, they chose God in that moment, even if it would have ended up in them actually dying in that fire because they knew that they couldn't put anything above God. But what is interesting to me is like Saul had been anointed as king, and then he was supposed to completely eliminate that enemy, right? And he went against God and chose to keep the best livestock and the king alive. Because why? He wanted to use the best livestock for God as a sacrifice to God. He wanted to take something that was not for him, that God said was not for him to keep. He wanted to go against God because he thought that God would bless his choices if he used the things that he got outside of God's will as a sacrifice to God. And he ended up being like unanointed. Like David went and was anointed for king. God made Saul king and he took that away because he put his own reasoning and his own efforts. He's taught like Saul is like, yeah, like I'm gonna do this for the kingdom. Like this livestock, this worth so much money. Like I can do so much for the kingdom. And that choice got him kicked out of being king. And you think that you can just accept money outside of God's will, knowing everything that God has said about money and about putting things above him. You making your own plans for the kingdom. You think that God is going to be cool with that because you're going to use it for the kingdom. Something that you got outside of his will. Something that he has been blatant about not wanting us to be involved in. And you you just think that's cool. You just think that's cool. Okay. All right. Okay.